All right, here we go. This is kind of a tough lesson because today I'm going to show you how to derive formulas, which is a hard concept to get, but let me calm you down. While learning this is hard, I'm never going to make you do this on an exam. I'm just kind of doing a demonstration with you. So the hard part today will just be understanding and following along, okay? I'm not going to ask you to prove or create formulas like this. In fact, the first part is not very tough, but the second part is. There are some times in this class, because you know we've got the back of the unit circle to finish, to fill in those formulas, and there are going to be some times when I'm just going to be like, here's the formula, let's use it. And there are some times when I'm going to be like, here's where this formula comes from. But I don't want to waste your time always proving every formula, but today we're going to do that. Not wasting time, but proving a formula. So these are called the addition formulas. We're going to be doing this over 2 days. All these formulas will go in the back of your unit circle. It says, wait a minute, why are these called the addition formulas? Half of them are subtraction. Yeah?
Because subtraction isn't real.
What do you mean?
You just add the negative.
Okay, so subtraction is the same as adding a negative. Subtraction isn't real. Derive means creating a formula out of previous knowledge. So, how about the distance formula? Anybody remember that formula?
X, y squared plus, y2 plus 1 divided by x.
Something like that?
Y1
No, y1 minus x2. All right, so y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, that's slope. I like how everybody's like, yeah, we got it. That's slope. That's what slope is, which is good that you know rise over run. That's important. That's not the distance formula, though.
Wouldn't it be like x minus, or x1 minus x2 plus y2, or y1 plus
Very similar, very close. All right, so this is good. I was really hoping, yeah, a squared plus b squared equals c squared is actually in it. Yeah. I know you're making a joke, but it was a very accurate joke. So let's do it. All right, draw 2 points, draw a line between them. So we're going to derive this formula right now. I was actually in a college math exam once, and it was like a Calc 2 class, and she was like, or the professor was like, on one of the problems was like, quickly use the distance formula, and a whole bunch of us were like, I don't know the distance formula. She didn't tell us to memorize the distance formula for this, so I derived it on the test, and I was stupid proud of myself. Like, I was literally like sitting there like, oh, and like everybody else was like, what's the formula? And I'm like, just figure it out. Like, I was just a complete jerk about it. So here's how you figure it out. Let's make this into a right triangle, but this is the hypotenuse. So draw a right triangle best you can. You can tell that it's a right triangle because it has a right angle in it. Okay. All right, so if this is, what's this distance here? If this one's x1 and this one's x2, what's this distance? Okay, let's try this. Let's say that this is the point 4, 6, and this is the point 2, 1. Then what's this distance here? X1 minus x2, 4 minus 2, right? No problem. 4 minus 2, so I'm going to write x1 minus x2 over here. On the horizontal, it's just the two x's subtracted from each other is that distance. Do you have one of these packets?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And then how about here? This one's y1 minus y2. And this is what we're trying to figure out, d for distance. I definitely know the relationship between the sides and the hypotenuse in a right triangle. It is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, says Alondra. X1 minus x2 squared, that's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm just squaring each of the sides. And then how do I get d by itself? Square root both sides. So my final answer is d equals the square root of parentheses x1 minus x2 squared plus parentheses y1 minus y2 squared. Do I need a plus or minus in front of that square root?
No, it's distance.
No, it's a distance, so not going to be a negative distance. So do you guys understand what I mean when I say derive? Like, what information did we need to know this? We needed the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And remember, I'm not going to make you do this. Something we're just understanding. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? I also had to know how to solve an equation. I had to be able to draw a picture and then say, ooh, this one's x1, y1, this is x2, y2, and then figure it out from there. Now, people create these formulas, and this is what mathematicians do. They look at old stuff and they figure out new stuff. Like if you were a professor at a university, they often will be figuring out, and if you're like, ooh, but there is no math to figure out still, there is lots of math. Especially statistics are still constantly going. Okay, so let's flip to the back side. I'm going to take you through a proof or a deriving a formula that a mathematician came up with, and it's a little tough to understand, but I'm going to teach it to you, and we're going to see if we can understand it together. And again, I will not be testing you on this. I'll be testing you on how to use the formula, but not on this. I'm just trying to expose you to something new. Okay? And this is even hard for me to understand. It looks super cool when you're done. All right, on both of these, you're going to draw a circle on the left side. Good luck making a nice circle. Oof, that bottom one is troubled. Top one's okay, not my worst circle. I've made worse circles than that. Anybody have a worse circle in mind? Show me.
It's not that bad.
Oh, Ryan's lying. Somebody worse circle than mine?
It's worse than yours.
It's worse than mine? Show me.
It's just a little longer.
It's a little longer. It's a bit of an oval, would you say?
Wait, then your bottom one?
Oh, my bottom one's real bad. Look at my bottom one.
I mean, you can be the judge, I guess.
We're okay with this one?
Yeah.
Anybody got a worse one? Come on. Who's got the worst circle in the room? You've got the best one? Prove it. No, bring it up here right now. Sam, stand up, Sam.
I'm kidding.
Stand up.
I'm kidding.
Stand up.
I'm just joking.
I know you were.
I was joking.
Stand up. Oh, I'm calling people out today. Sam's like, I'd rather die than show somebody my circle. I don't want to do it right now. All right, fine. All right, try to find the center of your circle. You just did it. You're just like, whatever. Oh, is it good? I don't even know. Make each one into a unit circle. Adding some axes. This should really show you how messed up your circle is. My kids know that I'm horrible at splitting things evenly, which is why I'll be like, which plate do you want, the blue one or the red one? And they'll be like, let me see how you cut the pie first. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna figure out the formula for cosine